Hello, everyone. Greeting from the Global Youth and Sustainable Organization. From the capital city of Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur, we would like to thank you all for your participation on our OYEP 20 program. The online youth empowerment program aims to provide different and special training on the interpersonal and entrepreneurship skills. The program is scheduled as 8 free online courses, and we are glad to host specialists and experienced trainers and speakers from the MENA region, Australia, India, and the UK. Today's session is Goals and Gratitude with Holly Winter. Before giving her the flow, allow me to introduce her first. Holly models inspired leadership plus love plus action through heart-centered living. She empowers clients to connect back to themselves, to their inner knowing, their heart space, identify their soul's purpose, and confidently take actions towards self-actualization. Based on the Gold Coast in Queensland, Australia, Holly connects with clients through her one-on-one personalized coaching sessions, her speaking events, and her signature workshops. Holly's energy, intuition, and huge heart will light you up. Her knowledge and commitment to her mission and her body of work will support you to discover you through personal development, wellness, and connection. Led with love, Holly will be your biggest cheerleader as you step into limitless, happy, purposeful life, living in your light. Without further ado, please welcome our special guest and speaker for today, Holly Winter.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Wonderful. Fantastic. Thank you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am so pleased to be here connecting with you all and sharing the importance of goal setting for the rest of 2020 and for 21. I would like to start by acknowledging the team. Thank you so much for inviting me to be a guest speaker with you here this evening. Now, I would like to start with you all just taking a moment to really ground and center where we are at the moment. So if you can start by taking a big, deep breath and exhale and ground yourself into the moment. You don't have anywhere else to be right now. This is your time for learning and to share with me. I want you to connect to being present and really acknowledge and honor yourself for showing up tonight, for investing your time and your energy into your personal development and into your growth. You are here to send a really clear, strong message that this is your time and that you are ready to step into all that you can be. Take another big, deep breath in and exhale. So, who am I? What do I do? And why am I here? My name is Holly Winter. I'm 39 years young and I live on the Gold Coast, Queensland, Australia. I am super grateful for the life that my partner and I have created, and two beautiful souls have chosen me to be their mummy. I love hearts and flowers and Taylor Swift. I'm obsessed with essential oils for everything. I wear pink, lots of pink. I am a women's coach, a speaker, and an event facilitator, and currently I'm teaching goals and gratitude. Now, before we get into it, I'd just like to share that I've always wanted to be an inspirational speaker. from high school days when I was class captain and student council that involved lots of public speaking, to early on in my career when I would attend networking events and be really in awe of the guest speakers. I did work for some time representing the MATE program at Griffith University and was fortunate enough to travel Australia speaking on the prevention of domestic violence. And then the last 3 years, sharing my message of live in your light. And what I want to let you in on is that speaking to crowds has taught me that it actually gives me anxiety. So please bear with me. My voice will shake for a couple more moments before I find my flow. And that we press on, because this is my call to duty. As a coach, I am somewhat of a professional goal setter and a cheerleader. So I've really learnt a thing or two about goal setting over the last few years. And let me assure you that although 2020 hasn't quite turned out how we expected, or maybe how we set our goals in the beginning of the year, this is a really fantastic time to reevaluate, reset, refocus, and move forward. Building the energy of 21 and creating the foundation and what we want that to look like, creating that momentum now will have huge impact as we begin the next year. Do you know, a lot of people are sitting there thinking that on New Year's Eve, when the clock strikes 12, that things are going to go back to normal. And that's just not how it's going to play out. So it's vital that we reset, realign, reevaluate, and we pivot. And it's a fantastic time to get really clear. So I believe that I have the secret formula when it comes to manifesting our goals. And the very, very first place that I encourage you all to start is with gratitude. Now, gratitude is the quickest way to raise our vibration. And when we have raised our vibration and we're living in alignment and we're living in joy, that's when things come to us effortlessly and easily. When you have practiced the art of gratitude for some time, before you know it, it becomes second nature, and you're doing it first thing in the morning when you wake up. So I'm going to give you some tools how to implement that also. After our gratitude practice, we get really familiar with identifying our goals, because unless we know what we are working towards, we can't possibly get there. We want to get crystal clear on our vision. And then we want to identify the inspired action steps that we need to get closer to our goals. And we do this by setting our intentions. So gratitude, identifying our goals, getting crystal clear on our vision, taking inspired action steps, and setting our intentions is my map to goals and gratitude. So, starting with gratitude, please take this opportunity. I would like you to write down 5 things that you are grateful for right now in this moment. Now, by doing this at the start of our session, it actually sets the energy. So before we even get started, we're saying what we're grateful for. And that's a really beautiful place to start. And your gratitude, it can be big or small. You can be grateful that you had coffee first thing in this morning to get you going. You can be grateful that you had a beautiful night's sleep. You can be grateful that you got to join us tonight for this amazing event. But 5 things. And the reason I choose the number 5 is because in numerology, 5 is the number of joy and freedom. And that's what we're really wanting to establish here. So 5 things that you are grateful for. Now, as we begin to identify our goals moving forward, I would also like you to take this moment to write down the goals you had at the start of this year. And a lot of people that I've worked with reached out during the year and they're like, oh my goodness, Holly, my goals didn't come to fruition. This year has thrown everything off course. But when we could pull it back, their goals had visualized, it just looked different to how they thought it would. So I want you to write down 3 goals you had for 2020. Did you achieve them? Did they just look a little bit different than how you had envisioned? Do you still want to achieve these goals? Or have you outgrown them? Has 2020 taught you that you value other things now? I'll give you a moment. Now, acknowledging those goals and looking to the future, I want you to write down your 3 main goals for 21. Now, when I'm looking at my 3 goals, 2 of them might be big and 1 might be a medium-sized goal. They don't have to be all huge. It's what's important to you. I'll give you an example. This year, my goals were to set up my own coaching practice. They were also to take a family vacation, and they were also to put health at the top of my priority list. So that's an example of my goals. So they don't all have to be huge. Yours might be, it might be saving towards your first home, or saving towards a holiday, or it might be establishing how you want work to look like now in this current climate. Do you want to work 3 days from home and 2 days in the office? So 3 goals that you have for 21. Now, I also want you to add 1 career goal, 1 self-love goal, 1 relationship goal, 1 family goal, and 1 knowledge goal. And I'm going to run through these briefly with you. The reason we do this is because if we are to focus purely on career goals, that's where all our energy is going to go, and that's what we're going to achieve. And maybe some of the other things that are really important to us are going to fall by the wayside. So we want to identify all pockets of your life. So like I said, a career goal, that's self-explanatory. A self-love goal, what is something that you can incorporate in 21 that's really loving on yourself, whether it's committing to a yoga practice, or whether it's time in nature, whether it's an adventure holiday. What is it that lights you up and that's going to fill your cup? A relationship goal, it might be to allocate some time for meeting someone special. It might be opening yourself up to new opportunities to meet somebody. It might be replanning a wedding that got put on hold because of the climate this year. So a relationship goal. A family goal, that can be to spend more time with our loved ones. It could be to communicate better with loved ones. There's so many options around our family goals. And a knowledge goal. Pop down a goal that you are going to commit to increasing your knowledge, your wisdom, your learning. So it might be to spend more time doing online courses like this. There might be a paid course that you'd been holding back on. But what's 1 goal that you're going to do to further and advance your knowledge? I'm going to give you a minute. And looking at each of these goals, can you pop a time frame on them? So when we go back to the 3 goals that we have for 21, When I establish those bigger goals, they are my 12-month goals. So they are the 3 things that I'm going to focus on for next year. You might be able to break down the career goal, the self-love goal, into quarterly goals for the year. There might be a family goal around spending more time together. You might be able to nut that out in the first month. So can we pop some time limits, some time frames, and some times to work towards next to those goals? Be realistic. Now, I want you to list 5 things that are going to help you achieve these goals. Predominantly, we're working on the 3 main ones. So 5 things that are going to help you achieve these goals. Now, one example might be time blocking. I find time blocking is a really successful tool and technique. For any of you that are wanting to receive maybe a time blocking schedule off me, please follow any of my socials and reach out to me and I can send you one of those. But I find for me, when it becomes time to get really clear and really focused on achieving my goals, I need to get pockets of time in my day and in my week when I can be working on those. I actually use mine in half-hour sections. And so I can get really clear that there's an hour before the children wake up that I can be emailing people back. Or there's an hour after school run that I can be working on my fitness goals. So time blocking is a fantastic tool that will help you achieve your goals. It might look like surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals or mentors or coaches to help get you over the line. 5 things that help you achieve your goals. It might mean less time on social media. You know, can we establish where time is getting away from us? It might be removing yourself from different accounts that you are following and making sure that you're only following inspiring, uplifting, motivating accounts to help you achieve your goals. So 5 things that are going to really help you. It might be reaching out to people that you meet in courses like this for accountability. It might be sharing your goals with your loved ones and your best friends for that same reason, for accountability, to keep you going. Setting your intentions. This is where it gets really exciting. So setting your intentions is such a powerful way to get really clear on how you want your day to look. And when I first started this practice, what I was writing seemed so far away from where I was actually at. So setting your intentions is exactly what you want your best day to look like. So I'm a big believer in not living for the weekends. Like, I want my Monday to be as amazing as my Saturday. I want to be living my best life every day. I want to be living my truth and my purpose every day. So setting your intentions, what does your best day look like? And I'm going to give you an example of mine so that you know what I mean. And this has taken me years even to really nut out to know that what I need as an individual to get the most out of my day. So for me, very first thing in the morning when I get up, it's gratitude. Okay, I generally say to my husband first thing in the morning, I'm so grateful for you. I'm so grateful for our life. I'm so grateful for our children. But gratitude is at the start of my day. Next after that, I have movement. So I like to go for a walk. I live near a beautiful big lake. So I like to go out into the fresh air and go for a walk before I start my day. Now, this for me has many benefits. movement is shifting energy in our body. So if there's anything stagnant there, old emotions, negative thoughts, that's going to get that moving. It's also a fantastic time to listen to podcasts and audibles, and really be feeding your brain some inspirational things. The time in nature also, the fresh air is amazing. But what I love about movement first thing in the morning is it creates momentum for your day. So by the time you get home early in the morning, you've already ticked off one thing. You've already achieved something for your day. So that gets the ball rolling. It's then really important for me to fuel my body with healthy, nutritious food. And it's important to make time for that, because in today's society, so many of us skip breakfast, eat it in the car on the way to work. And we're not fueling our body, which then isn't fueling our brains, and it's not getting the best of us. So that is in my intentions: gratitude, movement, fuel. I then have learning. So there's a pocket of time there where there is a podcast or an audible. I then start my work day, which will go for a few hours depending on what I have that day. And then in the afternoon, again, I make time for movement again. I carve out time for some meditation. 10 minutes is normally what I aim for. Connection is really important to me in my day, so that I'm spending time with like-minded people, or I'm connecting with like-minded people, or I'm sharing with like-minded people. Family time, self-care, and then planning for my day the next day. So a lot of my goal setting success requires me to do the work the night before. Okay. So setting your intentions. What does your best day look like? How do you fill your cup? What lights you up? It might be really important for you that you have a cup of tea with your mum every day to touch base with her. It might be really important that you get 4 hours of solid work. It might be really important that you get 8 hours of sleep. Some people can last on 6, some need 8. But setting your intentions is an opportunity to get really clear on what you want it to look like. How much money do you need to earn per day? Pop that in there as well. Because what setting intentions has taught me is that it gives you focus. You draw your energy to this, and before you know it, that's exactly how you're living. Once upon a time, with limited beliefs, I would tell myself that I didn't have enough time to exercise in the morning. I didn't have enough time to get to nature, and I was rushing. But intention setting soon opens up and allows you to create this, and then you get to work on your goals as well. So I'll give you a moment just to complete that. Okay. So far we have covered gratitude, identifying our goals, covering a series of goals so we're not just focusing on one area of our life, intention setting. And now I want you to have a look at a power word for 2021. What is going to be your power word? What are you calling in? And I'll give you an example. My word for 2020 was healthy. And when I say healthy, that encompasses so many things: healthy mindset, healthy body, healthy career, healthy bank account, healthy relationships. So it was healthy, and I was working on all these types of things. The year before, my word was joy, because I'd been working so hard and I was so focused that I forgot how to have fun along the way. So I want you to take a minute and really tune inwards. You can even close down your eyes for this moment and ask yourself, What is my power word for 2021? Some good ones for 21 moving forward could be adaptable, flexible, surrender. It could be unconditional love. What's your power word? What are you going to focus on? What are you going to bring it all back to? What does all your goals relate to? List 3 ways you will give back this year. So as we begin to wrap up 2020 and everything that it has been, what are 3 ways that you can give back? Now, they don't have to be huge, grand gestures. They can be as simple as decluttering your home space and donating what you no longer need or want. Decluttering too is a fantastic way to release old stagnant energy and create room for the new, creating room for our new goals, our new dreams, our new aspirations, creating space for that. 3 ways that you will give back. It might be inviting a friend to attend one of these webinars so that they too can receive the information that you're receiving. It might be to have a fundraiser for, we recently did a fundraiser here for mental health awareness and suicide prevention. So 3 ways that you can give back, 3 ways that you can serve. I also want you to take the time to, you can write a little subsection to reflect on what are the benefits of your goals. So the original 3 goals that we're working on for 2021, what are the benefits of those goals? Are they going to bring happiness and joy into your life? Are they going to bring growth and expansion? Are they going to bring financial stability? What are the benefits of your goals? Are they going to benefit you alone or your family as well? I want you also to write down, who are your 3 biggest cheerleaders? Who are the 3 people that are in your corner, that have got your back, and that are always telling you, yes, you've got this. Yes, you can do this. Your 3 cheerleaders. Spend more time with them. And I also want you to write down your success accelerators. So similar to what we touched on before, anything that's going to help you achieve your goals. So as we recap, we have our gratitude, We have identifying our goals. We have setting our intentions. We have our power word. And we have 3 ways that we're going to give back. A super simple formula for getting you on track, getting you clear, focusing your energy, and visualizing your goals coming to fruition. Now I'm going to open up the chat now for anyone that has any questions, or anybody that wants to share their power word, or anyone that wants to share one of their goals for the year. In the meantime, like I mentioned earlier, please feel free to reach out on social media. I'm on Facebook and Instagram as Holly Winter. Feel free to DM me there for me to send you any further information along. I thank you so much for your time, again, for investing in yourself and taking this moment. Please be kind and patient with yourself, and what's meant to have dropped in for you in this session will. You might think, oh my goodness, Holly was amazing. That was great. That really helped me. Or you might think, oh goodness, I'm not really sure what she meant by that. Allow yourself time to sit with it. Reflect on the things that I have asked you to write down, and what's meant for you will land with you. And even if it's in 2 months down the track or 6 months down the track that you have an aha moment from our time together, that's a win. So I'm just waiting to see if we have any questions. Okay. Can I explain more about the power word? Yes, absolutely. So when I was referring to the power word, it's a word for you to encompass and embody your overall goals for 21. My example was that my word was healthy, and that it covered healthy body, healthy mindset, healthy relationships. It covered everything. If your goals are predominantly focused around your career, your power word might be career. It might be, your power word could be up level. Okay, it could be simple as that. When you know what you are here to do, and you may have been holding back or playing small, up level is a fantastic word. You know, someone's word might be connection. Someone might feel like during this year we've spent so much time isolated by ourselves. Their word might be connection. Can you explain more about the last point? I didn't get it. Can you just refresh my memory on the last point for you? Was it the giving back? I'll just give you a second. When we talk about giving back, that when we come from a place of service, that is when we create that energy to then receive as well. So we should always be focused on what we're giving as opposed to what we're getting. And that too, like gratitude, lifts our vibration, and opens us up to really receive all the good things in our life. I also touched on the end, your key action steps. So if you're referring to your key action steps, what are the things that you're going to commit to get to your goals? I think it was about the ways of giving back. Fabulous. Yeah, so we've covered that. So giving back, and it opens that portal then to receive. What is the important skills you should have to achieve your goals? Focus and clarity. Do you know clarity? Quite often we don't identify our goals as clearly as we can. So taking the time to get really clear on what it is that you want. Do you want an advance on or do you want a pay rise? If so, how much pay rise do you want? Getting really clear. Do you want to meet someone for a relationship? Are you wanting to date, or are you wanting to get married? So the more specific you can be about your goal will help you achieve it quicker. Does anybody want to share their power word? How can we get this trainings record? The team will be able to help you with that. And that's such a fantastic idea, because sometimes when we're listening so intently, we miss the gold nuggets. And it was like I was saying before, what doesn't drop in now doesn't mean that it won't drop in the following week or two. And you will be able to listen to the recording and then get really clear on the suggestive writing I asked you to do, and take your time with it and connect within. It's always a little bit different when we're on these calls. So please, that's a fantastic idea. Re-listen to the recording, take your time with it, implement the questions, take note, and be really detailed and really clear, like I suggested as well. Happiness will be my power word of 2021. That's amazing. And there is so many things that happiness embodies as well. So that's an amazing word. And when we are in alignment with happiness and joy, that is our highest vibration. So when we are happy and joyful, everything else follows naturally and automatically. So that is a fantastic power word, and I wish you all the happiness. Putting a time frame on your goals, could you advise us on how we plan and manage it? Absolutely. I don't have anything on hand here, but I will forward something through to the team for you to see if they can forward that on. I personally, like I suggested, with the big 3 goals, that's a 12-month time frame for myself. And the smaller goals I like to break down in quarterly. So the first 3 months of the year, first 6 months of the year, 9 months and 12 months. I feel that is manageable. And it's also easy to gauge where you're tracking. So definitely breaking them down 12 monthly and quarterly is my suggestion. My power word is brave. Brave is fantastic. Brave and courage are somewhat aligned, similar, the same. So you can also, brave and courage is amazing. That's real solar plexus energy. So you could also incorporate the color yellow around your goals. So when you're writing your goals, you could put yellow stars or something next to that. Sorry, that's a little bit off track, but brave is a beautiful word. And we need to be brave every day to tackle our goals, to show up and say, this is who I am, this is what I want to achieve. We don't get confident and brave before we do the things. We do the things and then we're brave and confident. So that's amazing. My power word is I can do it. Yes, you can. You absolutely can. Please follow me on my Instagram page because I share lots of messages about you can do it. You can do anything that you set your mind to, absolutely anything. My power word is consistence. Keep on learning and keep on learning from mistakes. Yeah, absolutely. Consistency is key, right? So we don't just do the thing one day and then it happens. We have to do it again and again and again and again. Consistency is key. Write that down, everyone. That's a great one. And learning from our mistakes. Absolutely. No failures means you didn't try. No failures meant you didn't show up. Okay. The best lessons come from our mistakes. Amazing. That's amazing. How to start achieving our goals, especially the big ones. The first step is always the most difficult and confusing. It sure is. But guess what? You get the big, difficult one out of the way. Do it first. Where there's resistance, do it first. You can do it. You can do it. And if you're finding it confusing, go back to the recording like we suggested and get clarity around the goal and clarity around the action steps. So is it the action steps that are difficult and confusing? But the difficult thing, do it first. It's like a Band-Aid, rip it off. Can you share with us your Instagram page? Yes, it's Holly__winter. Gratitude, even for small things, is my power word for this year. That is amazing. And I cannot express to you all enough that gratitude will change your life. Being grateful will change your life. Do you know too, it is a fantastic way to shift the energy. So I have two beautiful children, and for anyone that has children knows that things go wrong on the way to school, and sometimes mummy's in a hurry. And when the children are feeling pressured or they're feeling stressed or they've forgotten something for the 20th time, we will say, name 3 things you are grateful for. And gratitude shifts the energy straight away. And like I was sharing with you before, it doesn't take long for practicing it before you're doing it automatically. And then what happens when you're in a situation that's less than ideal, you automatically go to the thing you're grateful for in that situation. How amazing is that? Yeah. So you start to see the best in everything. And when you see the best in everything, when you're optimistic, when you're vibrating joy, when you're aligned in this energy, all the good things come to you. Gratitude, get on it. Back would be mine. Can you elaborate on back? The next one is my power word is believe. Absolutely, absolutely. You've got to believe it to receive it. All of this goal setting, okay, I want you to incorporate in it right at the bottom of your books, visualize, okay? Believing in yourself achieving. Whatever the goals are, seeing yourself doing those things. If it's running your own business, seeing yourself, visualizing yourself running the business. What does it feel like? What does it feel like when you believe in yourself? You are your number one cheerleader. You are your biggest supporter. If you don't believe, who else is going to? So believe is fantastic. Believing that you are worthy, believing that you are deserving of your goals, 100% believe. I love it. I'm so grateful for everybody sharing in the comments. You know, it is challenging speaking on platforms like this, and not sharing the energy in person and missing out on that interaction. So anything that you pop in the chat, I am really grateful for, and it does help me very much. So thank you for taking the time to share. And there I am sharing my gratitude with you, just like I'm teaching you. Okay, great. So with the power word back, you're wanting to regain your ambition and the momentum. Okay, that's fabulous. That's fabulous. I'm just thinking maybe you could even use ambition as your word. I like to think that although you're wanting to call in those qualities that you've previously had, I still want you to look forward, okay? So we need to reframe it so you can look forward. Ambition, drive, determination, willpower. Write all those words down: determination, drive, ambition, willpower. And wait to see which one sits right with you or which one calls to you. Because I understand with what you're saying with back, but let's put it in a forward motion. Let's put a positive spin on it, because we can create a bigger, better, stronger, more ambitious, more determined, with more momentum than back there. Let's go forward. My power word would be, I never regret my choices. Yeah, no regrets. Absolutely. It's like we touched on before. No failures means you haven't tried, you haven't showed up. So there's no regrets. Your path, your journey is for you. So whatever you learn along the way, whatever happens along the way, it all makes you you. And when we have gratitude, we can see the good or the lesson or the growth or the opportunity in it. So no regrets. That's fabulous. And I think a motto like that also too encourages bravery, because it's like, hey, I'm going to show up anyway. I'm going to do it anyway. So that's fantastic. You're really getting it, people. You're really getting it. Is there anybody else that has any more questions or would like to add anything? My power word is purpose. Yeah, purpose is amazing. And we all have purpose. And if you can tap into your purpose, that's amazing. I think collectively our purpose is to love and to be the best humans we can be and to help our brothers, our sisters, our neighbors. And purpose gives you drive and it gets you out of bed in the morning. So purpose is really powerful. Well done. Well done. I'm grateful that I'm watching this beneficial webinar. Thank you. I'm grateful for positive feedback. Like I said, this is challenging. So thank you very much. I'm grateful that you're here. I'm grateful that you invested the energy and the time in you and your learning and your personal development and giving a girl from Australia your time. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to ask the team to jump in now. Is there any further questions or anything else you would like with me to share before we wrap it up for the evening? Thank you very much, Coach Holly. Thank you very much. And thank you, team, for, again, inviting me and allowing me this opportunity to share. Please, please, please follow along on socials for more details on goals and gratitude. And I'm more than happy for you to reach out individually for more information on everything we've covered this evening. Thank you for your listening ear and your open heart. I will talk again soon. Thank you.